Hi, Professor Robert and my class. Welcome to my local marine community profile project. Now I am checking out the rocky tide pool in the Reef Point, a part of Crystal Cove State Beach. So this is Crystal Cove, which is a marine protected area. Oh, give me one second. Actually, I'm here with my son. Yeah. I chose the Reef Point. Oh, Jaden, give me one second. Reef Point lies within the Crystal Cove State Marine Conservation Area, which protects marine life and habitat. The tide pools here are strictly no-take zones, meaning visitors must not remove or disturb animals or plants. This area is ecologically rich, supporting species such as mussel, and this is one of my profile, mussel and barnacle, and I see the gooseneck barnacle, so they are competing the space with mussels. And sea stars and surf grass and many intertidal organisms, and is actively monitored by marine researchers. The Crystal Cove Reef Point community is a highly dynamic rocky intertidal zone characterized by distinct vertical zonation of marine life. Its structure is governed by harshly physical factors like intense wave action, tidal fluctuation, and desiccation stress from the sun, very strong California sun, especially during the summertime, which organisms must adapt to. This environment support a high biodiversity of organisms whose survival is shaped by crucial biological factors such as predation, competition for space, and complex food web. So my first organism is a mussel. Mussels are mollusks. The part of the phylum also includes oysters and snail. They are actually soft body inside. I couldn't find the open one. Maybe they're closing their body tight to protect their body, the soft body, from the drying out. So they're soft-bodied creatures that often build a shell, and mussels secure themselves to the rocks in the mid to upper tide pool. So that is kind of mid, and then this is upper side of tidal pool, often forming dense cluster. So the mussels are forming the cluster. This allows them to withstand pounding waves and provide protection against predators and may not be able to access them higher up. Their key adaptation is the production of a strong bisaur thread anchored them firmly to the rock, protecting them from massive waves. They survive low tide exposure by closing their valve tightly to retain moisture. They have intense competition for space with other sessile organisms like gooseneck barnacle and sea anemone. Mussels are filter feeder, extracting plankton and nutrients from the water. So during my visit, they are extremely abundant. Here, here, and over there. My next organisms is a sea anemone. This is sea anemone here, and I see more anemones there under the mussel cluster. These colorful guys are Ninarians. They have a stinging cell, and they like jellyfish and corals, and they have a radial body plan. Radial body plan, and they can look close up when the water is down, but they open up when the tide comes back. So I think they are opening. Hopefully they're eating, hunting. See, anemone form large colonies in the high to middle tide zone, often creating dense kind of carpets on the rock like this type of anemone. This allows them to increase their chances of catching food with their stinging tentacles, and the colonies provide protection against predators and desiccation. They are sessile predators, and they get most of their food from wave activity, which is sweet, small food particles, even small fish. Although they have a stinging cells in their tentacle, they're not potent enough to sting humans. So actually I can touch the sea anemone without hurting myself. So the tentacle, I feel like a kind of slightly sticky because of the stinging part adhere to my finger. However, their minor stinging is strong enough to paralyze and small organisms such as plankton, crab, or mussels. So they reproduce asexually to form the dense colony. They're aggressive competitor for space with organisms like the mussels. They're competing with each other. During my visit, sea anemone are kind of extremely abundant. So many. Because of the wave, I couldn't go deeper, but I see many sea anemone. Okay, then I have a Ochre Sea Star, which is keystone species and mainly prey on the mussel. So I spot some of the Ochre Sea Stars here from me. I don't see any high tide zone area because they're gonna dry up desiccation, but mostly they're gonna stay lower or low to mid tide zone to prey on this mussel. And I see one Ochre Sea Star here, and then I spot another one here, and another big one is here. I'm gonna move up a little bit, upper side of the middle, and I spot here, and the small one here. So yeah, they are echinodon, part of the phylum, also includes sea urchins and sea cucumbers. So they have a radial symmetry, meaning they are built around the center point. They are typically found in the mid-to-lower typhoid like this, often near mussel bed because they're keystone predators. So this allows them to access their primary food source, make them less vulnerable to drying out during low tide compared to species in the higher zone. By preying on the mussel, they control the population of the mussel and prevent them from outcompeting every other species for space on the rock, such as gooseneck barnacle or sometimes sea anemone. And also, they by preying on, they maintain the diversity of the community. Interestingly, they use their 2 feet to move around and pull open mussels. They are adapted for powerful movement and using their adhesive thousands of tiny toothpicks. I wish I could see the bottom of or their toothpick, but unfortunately not. They are sticking to the rock. Also, their thick, touchy skin provide protection from desiccation. So they are not as common as they used to be due to mysterious disease a few years ago, but they are slowly making a comeback. So during my visit, the Ochre Sea Star are present in, I can say, kind of moderate, not as many as like a mussel, but still I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Ochre Sea Star. So hopefully they're coming back more. And I moved to another spot from there, mussel and Ochre Sea Star and sea anemone. So I moved to next to neighborhood, which is still Reef Point, to spot the Hermit Crab. And I spot some Hermit Crab here. They're moving. Here. Look. The wave is coming in. I think they chose this habitat surrounded the mussel colony to protect themselves from the like a wave. They don't want to sweep away from the waves, so they got settled down this little nice habitat. So this little guy is always looking for some food, and they are arthropods. Think of them as the joint leg animal like insect and spider, but in the ocean. Hermit crabs have soft bodies, so they have to find new bigger shell to live in as they grow. Their survivor is dependent on finding and occupying a shell for protection. Let me show a little bit more of hermit crab here. Also, they're vulnerable to human impact because here I came with my son, and then I see the family and some small kids. When they see, they're gonna grab the hermit crab easily because they're not gonna hurt people, and they're small, so easy to touch and grab, remove from their habitat. And also, the removal of empty shell directly affect their ability to find a new home. They're scavenger and omnivore, feeding on detritus and algae. Hermit crabs tend to stay in the middle of a tide pool like this habitat, where there's more water and more opportunity for finding food and protection. It also helps them avoid predator during low tide when they might be exposed. So during my visit, hermit crab are present in, I can say, moderate abundance. Yeah, not too many, but I can still see here and there, and also here and here, like a little pond area and rocky. So now I will finish my project by pointing some of the challenges and conservation issue at the Reef point. The most immediate challenges are human disturbance. Visitors like us can unintentionally step on animals. I try to avoid, but it is hard to not stepping on completely. And people, kids overturn rocks or damaging their habitat, or sometimes illegal collecting, even though they have a sign, absolutely no collecting, or no collecting, no touching, something like that. So this Crystal Cove community also face long-term threats like climate change. Thankfully, this Crystal Cove community is managed by the Crystal Cove State Marine Conservation Area, which prohibits the taking of all marine resources from the tide pool. They also actively involved in monitoring and educating the public to conserve this community. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your passionate teaching and deep guidance on ocean life.